Hello, it is 8 p.m., September 26, 2019. Welcome to the weather update. After the cold front moved through with some showers and some dark clouds, we had an amazing dusk and sunset, so just sharing with you some pictures before I get started with this weather update. Okay, so let's take a look at the weather right now. We have this band of showers, and there isn't really much thunder with it, but some showers that actually moved through and intensified. We're going to actually take you back now to, let's see, yeah, we got to go a little further. All right, let's go back to 5 o'clock now, and you can see what wound up happening. We just got a couple of showers in our area, but some really good strong downpours that formed over Suffolk County as the evening went on, and as we went to 5 and 6 o'clock, you could see these thunderstorms here that really this line that just formed over Suffolk County, showers and maybe some thunderstorms. I think it was mostly just showers. I didn't see much lightning on it, but this dropped some much needed rain across the east end, and it really was important to have that rain hit over the east end. And we're going to check some of those rainfall totals. You'll also notice too that New Jersey also got in on some of the action as well. A line of showers formed over Monmouth County and then moved eastward as well. You'll see that as well. There you go, hit Toms River and Ocean County as well. So they got some rain too. So that's some very good news that you can see. Look, probably a little stronger over there because it was hotter there. So definitely more energy for storms to form. So I'm curious to look at the rainfall totals. We'll first look at the airports, and then we will go and we will look at now for our area. I'll use Farmingdale, and we'll see what fell over there. So 66 degrees right now at Farmingdale. Dew point is 60, so the front is through. No rainfall reported at Farmingdale whatsoever. It just had a little light rain, and that was it. So unfortunately, no rain there. But I think if we head out east to Islip, there'll be a little more rain. So let's take a look at that. So let's see what the rainfall is at Islip. So they got 0.20. Okay, not much, but definitely needed for sure. Let's look at Shirley. As you head east, I'm sure the rainfall totals will be higher. 0.34. Okay, that's not bad. And now let's look at West Hampton. Let's look at West Hampton. So 0.31 inches of rain. So okay, it's not bad. Yes, and I know there might be a hum in the microphone. I can't afford to get a new microphone right now. Maybe next month. I don't know. So let's go into New Jersey and see what the rainfall amounts were over there. We'll first look at Belmar, Farmingdale. Here's where the rain fell at least. 0.05, that's nothing. Hopefully a little more fell in Toms River. Let's see. Let's see what they got. Nothing? Thunderstorm in vicinity? Well, let's look at the underground rainfall amounts, and we'll take a look and see. Maybe we'll have better luck here. You can see temperatures have dropped. The humidity has dropped. If we look at the dew points, you'll see that they've dropped now. They're going into the 50s. But let's look at the precipitation. A whole lot of zeros. Let's see if we can get... It was spotty. Not everybody got it. And we only got a couple of... Geez, hardly anything here. Just like I had showers, enough to get wet when it rained, but I guess it wasn't that much in the rainfall amounts. You have to get over to Suffolk County. So Melville, 0.21. Oh, it was a 0.41 around Comac. 0.23, Deer Park. 0.37 around. Okay. This is why you got to look at these, because the airports are just so widely scattered. 0.35 in Lake Grove. This is not a drought buster rain at all, but we needed it. And it looks like 0.41 in Ridge, 0.47, so probably around a half an inch in the Pine Barrens. 0.45 in Calverton, 0.59 right around Lake Panamoka. It's not bad at all. 0.5 in Riverhead, 0.52 in Pine Valley. So the rain fell over the Pine Barrens, which is good. Even out in Sag Harbor, we got a 0.73 and a 0.25. So the rain held together all the way all across the whole East End, looks like. So that's good. So everybody, about a half an inch of rain for a good part of Suffolk County, but nothing for Nassau. Let's go and look at the rainfall for New Jersey now. We're going to look at that. So let's see. Looks like Neptune got 0.32, 0.39. This is where the rain hit, but that's where that shower was. But then there was a break, and then the second part of the line looks like Lakewood. Let's see what they got. Lakewood itself doesn't look like it got much, but around more like Brick Township, 0.37, 0.61 in this part of Lakewood here. This is almost into Tom's River now. Pine Lake Park, almost nothing. 0.51 in Oak Ridge Estates. 0.79 in Tom's River. Look at this, a 1.5 reading, and this one might be around, yes, 1.49 reading over here, but the rain was scattered, but it was much needed, and it looks like it fell in the right places in the Pine Barrens, which is good to keep our lakes full, and that's always a good thing. So it's always a good thing to get some. We needed some rain. Now we're going to go and we're going to look at, before we look at that, we're going to first look at the hurricanes. We've got to look at that. Let me just get this back over Long Island here. So we're going to look at the hurricanes next. We're going to see what's going on as far as hurricanes go. So we have Tropical Storm Karen and Lorenzo. So we'll first start with Karen. And these are out in the middle of the ocean. They're not really bothering anyone. It's actually going to weaken to a depression. And maximum sustained winds at 45 miles an hour. It's moving as north-northeast at 12. I'm not even going to read the description for this because it's not even warranted. Now, Lorenzo is a much stronger storm. So Lorenzo, it's Hurricane Lorenzo. Maximum sustained winds 140 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure 943 millibars. Let's see what the forecast is for that. It stays out in the open ocean, but look, it could threaten these islands here. What are these? The Azores or something? So, very unusual path for this storm, and it's going to become a major hurricane. When we look at it on the satellite, you'll see how well it's doing. So let's take a look at the public advisory for Hurricane Lorenzo. So it's a large and powerful Lorenzo turns northwestward. Swells generated by the hurricane likely to affect portions of the Windward Islands and the northeastern coast of South America. So its location is about 16.5 north, 40.8 west, about 1,095 miles west of the southernmost Cabo Verde Islands. Maximum sustained winds 140 miles an hour. Its movement is northwest at 12 miles an hour, and the minimum central pressure is 943 millibars, 27.85 inches. So at 5 p.m., the center of Hurricane Lorenzo, I read that already. So is a turn toward the northwest expected Friday, possible by a turn to the north on Saturday. Maximum sustained winds have increased to 140 miles an hour, which means Lorenzo is a Category 4 hurricane. And it's also a large hurricane. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 45 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 225 miles. Wow, that is a large hurricane. That is a large storm. So we're going to actually now take a look at it on the satellite. I don't think I'm even bother with Karen at this point. These are the spaghetti models, by the way, for Lorenzo. As you see, they're pretty much focused. These islands have to, I don't know, these are the Cabo Verde Islands, I think. But they're going to have to be careful about that. And they're going to have to watch that. This is Lorenzo. So let's take a look at this on the satellite. And you will see just a huge storm this is. And it's huge. I mean, look at it. It takes up almost the whole floater. So that's how big it is. That is big storm right there. That is a big, big storm. You see that perfect symmetrical eye wall. It's in very good health. It's over some warm water. We're going to look at the water temperature anomalies in this area too, as well. In fact, let's do that right now. So there's Lorenzo, and let's go and look at the water temperature anomalies in the area that Lorenzo is in. You can see there it is on the Earth Null School. So let's look at these anomalies. Sea surface temperature anomaly. Yeah, it's over warm water, warmer than normal water. The whole Atlantic is warmer than normal. So that would be, let's see the actual sea surface temperatures in the area. And it's got warm water all the way up throughout. So it's going to be, as long as the water is over 80 degrees, it's going to maintain its strength or strengthen. And so we're going to have to watch this. This could possibly even threaten the United Kingdom. We're going to have to watch this. We're going to have to look at the models and see where this is going to go. I just want to look at it on the high-resolution satellite. Let's look at September 26th. So here it is. You can see what a large storm it is. This is Lorenzo. Look at how large it is. This is Karen over here. Look at how small Karen is. I think that's Karen, or this is Karen. Karen is very disorganized. That's why I'm not looking at the satellite. But there's that cold front that's come through. And this is Lorenzo. Look at how big it is. Look at how big it is. If you placed Lorenzo over New York City, it would stretch all the way from almost D.C. to Boston. So this is a large storm. So let's take a close look at it on the high-resolution satellite. And you see this is a very large storm. Very large. So let's get a little closer look at it. Wow, that is a very, very large storm. So definitely, this storm isn't look at the. This thing is really a monster. So luckily it's out over the open ocean and not really bothering one. But some of these small islands may have to worry about it. Anyway, let's see what's going to happen with Lorenzo, and let's take a look at the models. Well, let's see how the models handle Lorenzo. This is kind of outside the area of where the models in the Atlantic. We'll see if it affects our area or not. Right now, according to the Hurricane Center track, it does not, fortunately. So we'll first start looking at the GFS, and in order to see what's going to happen with Lorenzo, we will have to change this view to the North Atlantic. So this is Lorenzo right here, and we're going to take a look and see what the models do with Lorenzo, at least as far as the GFS is concerned. And you will see that it takes it around that high, and it pretty much takes it almost these islands right here. I think those are the Cabo Islands. This thing could wind up hitting the United Kingdom. Oh, then it loops. Oh, okay. So what it winds up doing is it loops back up. This is very concerning. It loops back up into the Arctic, actually, and looks like up toward Iceland, and then kind of gets stuck over there. And what that is going to do is help cause a trough over here and pull down some cold air for us. I'm thinking that is what's going to happen. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this and see what's going to happen here. But you could sort of see the pattern. Where it looks like at least that maybe it's going to change us into maybe a little more wetter pattern going forward. But fortunately, it looks like Lorenzo does not affect any land areas, which is fortunate. So let's go back to our region here and take a close look at what's going to be happening throughout the next 10 to 15 days. So as we go into tomorrow, we have this high pressure building in over us. And then return flow kind of sets up. Then we have another high set trying to build in for Monday, bring us some nice weather as well. And you can see it kind of stays dry. Maybe a little chance of rain on Thursday night. Then we have more nice weather for Friday into next weekend. Looks like a big high is dropping down for us. And that looks like some really cool air. And then another huge high for the beginning of October, which should mean a good pattern going into next month. As far as skies go. So and that also is a good pattern in regards to temperature. So we're going to now look at the temperatures and see how they're going to be doing. So tomorrow, temperatures will be noticeably cooler across our area, mid-70s. Saturday, we go up a little bit to the upper 70s, and then we drop back again to the low 70s on Sunday. Same for Monday. It'll be a cool day. Tuesday, we warm back up again, upper 70s. Wednesday could be a hot one, could be mid-80s, maybe 90 in New Jersey, and then another hot one perhaps on Thursday too, and near 90s. So we could have a real heat up next week ahead of that cold air that's going to be coming in, and the front drops in, and then look at that. Saturday we struggle to make it to 70. Sunday, look at that, we struggle to make it to 60, and Sunday, look at that, it stays cool. So it looks like a much cooler pattern setting up. We're actually going to a below normal pattern as we head into October, but summer is going to throw us one last batch of heat for next week. So let's look at the dew points now, and we will go and look at the dew points. You see the dew points came up today, front came through, dew points dropped tomorrow into the upper 40s, so it'll be comfortable, low dew points. Humidity starts coming back at us on Saturday, and then another front comes through Sunday, we cool off, and then another front on Monday as well. Well, no, I mean it'll stay dry on Monday, and then the humidity starts coming back at us. Wednesday and Thursday are going to be very uncomfortable days, and according to these isobars, we're going to have a westerly flow, which means not much of a sea breeze. And then Friday, boom, dry air comes in. Look at that dry air. Look at that really nice dry air we're going to get for that weekend. It's going to be real nice. And then look at that, more dry air. So we're really getting into some really nice weather in our area. We'll just have to deal with a little more heat maybe next week, and that'll be the end of it. So as far as chances for rain go, unfortunately, I don't really see it. So we're gonna go through the whole pat. Look at this. We stay dry. It's not good. It looks like maybe we have a chance of getting more rain as we head into more October. Hopefully we get some more rain, because it's been awfully dry around here. But it does not look like we're really going to see anything, at least in the immediate future, as far as rain goes. Let's look at the clouds and see how we're going to be doing with that. So as we head into tomorrow, clouds clear out. Should be a clear morning into the afternoon. Maybe some increasing cloudiness in the afternoon, especially over New Jersey. For Saturday, a lot of clouds. Front comes through Sunday, and we clear out. And Monday is going to be a bit of a, we don't know what's going to happen. We might actually have clear skies over Long Island if we can stay in this clear air, especially Suffolk County. To the west, clouds. Tuesday could be clear that day too. Tuesday, Wednesday we have more clouds. Thursday, maybe not so many clouds, but it's going to be hot. And then there comes that front, and boy, it looks like we could have some nice weather for that weekend there. So this is way in the future here. This is now into October 6th, but some nice weather coming, and I tell you, I'm really happy about it. We need some. We are just been going through some getting some nice weather lately, but it'll be nice and cool, which I'm extremely happy about. Look at the NAM Model 2 as far as what's going to happen with the skies, and see tomorrow. We start off with some clouds inland, and then they kind of dissipate, and we might have some scattered cloudiness, but it won't be a bad day. It'll be a nice day. Saturday, with some humidity, but nothing too bad. As far as the chances for rain go, we'll look at that. See if we can maybe get some rain Saturday night with the front, but showers are just few and far between. As you can see, they are few and far between. So the last thing I'm going to do is go look at the ice situation here. Everything going on, I can't. Let's go look at the ice. First. Okay, let's go ahead and look at that and see what the latest is with that, and then I'll wrap up this update for you. So the ice, second lowest minimum in satellite record. So according on to September 23rd, the Arctic sea ice has reached its likely minimum extent. Minimum extent was effectively tied for the second lowest in the satellite record, along with 2007 and 2016, referencing the long-term downward trend in Arctic sea ice extent. Sea ice extent will now begin its seasonal increase. So this is a preliminary announcement, but we'll look at this, and you will see very little ice. Luckily, there's some. Luckily, we didn't have a blue ocean event this year. It was looking like we could, but thank God we didn't this year. But it's going to happen if we keep doing what we're doing with emitting greenhouse gases. And I'm still concerned about Lorenzo. It doesn't look like it's going to get up high enough to, one of these days, though, we're going to have a storm go right up in the Arctic, and that'll just break up all the ice. But so far, it's not. And again, this ice is critical to the balance of our climate. When we lose this ice, we start having runaway heating. So this is why a blue ocean event really needs to be avoided at all costs. Anyway, that does conclude this weather update. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.